Imagine a world without numbers. It's hard, right? Nobody knows exactly how many there are, but experts believe there could be as many as thousands of different numbers, all slightly different from each other. And that's not even counting the fake ones that aren't real, like a zillion, X, pi, or -1. But genuine numbers like 1, 7, or 250. So it's not too hard to imagine the chaos that would ensue should they suddenly be gone. Holidays would be less enjoyable. Like all British people, I like to go to hot countries and complain about how hot it is. But that wouldn't happen anymore. I mean, think about it. The reason it's hot is because the temperature's higher than here at home. But without numbers, high temperatures couldn't exist. So we'd probably just end up wearing a jumper or shivering around the pool like people back home. You know, you'd probably be surprised to learn that, terrible though the loss of holidays would be, there'd be even more dire consequences of the sudden disappearance of numbers. Yes, all your money would disappear. And with the cost of living rising ever higher, that could prove catastrophic, especially for poor people or those in the third world. Especially for the poor. Without money to buy basic essentials like food, clothing, and Diet Fanta, we'd all slowly starve to death. Oh, except farmers. Worse than that, really crucial things like sport would become problematic. Anything that required you to score points would struggle in a numberless environment. Cricket, for example, would become almost unworkable, even with the benefit of the Duckworth-Lewis method. T20 would be replaced with just T. And the 100 would disappear without trace, thus robbing us of the chance to introduce young people to this marvellous game. Music would suffer too. Beautiful classics like Beethoven's Fifth or Nina's 99 Red Balloons would be gone forever. No more East 17, 5 Star, or Status Quo's seminal album 12 Gold Bars. We'd no longer be able to party like it's 1999. But at least One Direction wouldn't be able to make a comeback, I suppose. In a post-numerical world, communication would become really hard as much of our language would cease to exist. There'd be no more brilliant films such as Home Alone 2, The Three Amigos, or Rocky 4. Nature. Think about nature at a stroke. Toucans and the endangered three-toed sloth would become extinct. And on a deeply personal level, at the moment, I live at house number 48. But with 48 gone, I'd be homeless. And that's just one family. Think of the poor people who live in Sevenoaks. Supposing you needed to ask someone the time. Previously, they would have said it's 4:30, mate. But with numbers gone, they'd just have to say it's past. What do you mean halves? And no, all right. They'd just say it's past. So the end of numbers would spell the end of time itself. And with time gone, there'd be nothing to stop everything happening together. All this sounds pretty grim, of course, but surprisingly, it's not all bad news. On the railways, all the trains would still be late, but now you'd be no longer able to tell due to the total breakdown of time and therefore timetables. So in a way, it would be better because nobody would know they were late, so they wouldn't get angry anymore or miss the train they thought they wanted to get. And the world of work would be significantly improved because nobody would know what time it was. So we'd finally put an end to the ridiculous custom of office workers all deciding to leave their offices at 5 p.m, just when it's getting busy, like the transport network. Instead, they'd be able to leave at different times of the day to spread out the demand on the country's roads and buses and trains. And also, we'd be meaningless things, we'd be rid of them, like stocks and shares and darts. More importantly than any of that, though, is without numbers, we wouldn't have the NSPCC Number Day. Number Day is really important, and here's why. Here's the NSPCC website. Look at events. You'll find all sorts of events here, charity events, fitness events, all sorts of things. But the really important thing that I think is worth fighting for is keeping children safe. There are so many things that the NSPCC do to keep children safe. Just a quick flick through shows just how much they do. It's heartbreaking. Try reading some of the children's stories and you'll see just how important it is that we help the NSPCC. So, why not take part in Number Day? Go to the NSPCC website, have a look at Number Day, register your school, raise some money to help children stay safe. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great Number Day.